To pay respect to Buddha, let's recite Namo Tassa 3 times. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Today we will study 18 Rootless consciousness, Ahetukacitta. Citta is a consciousness. Hetu is a root. Is no root. No root means rootless. So, what is a root? Root is 6 kinds: Lobha, Dosa, Moha. That is a Akusala root or Unwholesome root. Alobha, Adosa, Amoha. That is a Kusala root or wholesome root. These Cittas are no roots, no associates with Lobha, Dosa, Moha. Also no associates with Alobha, Adosa, Amoha. Because of this, these Cittas no have roots. Like trees, if there is roots, that tree is very strong. So if there is no root, like some plants on the water, so those those plants no roots, that is weak. In the same way, this Citta also no roots. No Lobha, Dosa, Moha, no greed, hatred, and delusion. In the same way, no Alobha, Adosa, Amoha. Alobha is opposite to Lobha. Lobha is want to get. Alobha is want to give, like that. Adosa means opposite to Dosa, hatred. If someone has dosa, want to destroy, want to kill, adosa means want to radiate metta, want to help. So in the same way, amoha. Moha is a delusion. Amoha is the opposite of delusion. Wisdom. So these Cittas are no Lobha, Dosa, Moha. Also no Alobha, Adosa, Amoha. That is no roots. Roots have 6 kinds. Later we will learn. So now only we should know that this Citta is a rootless Citta, rootless consciousness. In this Citta, no Lobha, Dosa, Moha, no Alobha, Adosa, Amoha. So first of all, we will learn 7 unwholesome resident consciousness. Resident consciousness. Unwholesome qualifying results of unwholesome, meaning is a consciousness which is a result of unwholesome. Akusala Vipassanā. So first of all, we will count these cittas. Repeat after me to familiar with Pali words. If you are Buddhist, you will find many Pali words occasionally, because the Buddha teaches in Pali. So some Pali words you need to familiar with Pali words. So repeat after me. Upekkha-sagadam Chakku Vinyanam. Upekkha-sagadam Soda Vinyanam. Upekkha-sagadam Kana Vinyanam. Upekkha-sagadam Jainva Vinyanam. Dukkha-sagadam Kaya Vinyanam. Upekkha-sagadam Samadhi-jana-chaitam. Upekkha-sagadam Sandirana-chaitam. Or 7. Number 1, Upekkha-sagadam Chakku Vinyana. Chakku Vinyana. Vinyana means consciousness. Vinyana and Chaita the same, synonym. Vinyana, Chaita, Mano, that is the same. Translation is consciousness. Chakku is I. So I consciousness. What feeling? It has neutral feeling, accompanied by neutral feeling. I consciousness accompanied by neutral feeling. Indifferent feeling. No happy, no unhappy, no not disappointed. That is unconsciousness is into the what is I? According to I is a materiality. Into the I there is I sensitivity, where the color object impinge into the I. Around that have I sensitivity. That I sensitivity can catch the color and form. So that is a materiality. We see some color and form. That color and form also materiality. I sensitivity also materiality. This Chaita is if color object and I sensitivity impinge each other, in that place arise. Because of this, this consciousness is I consciousness. Consciousness arising based on I sensitivity. I sensitivity. When we see something, color object impinge into the eye, at that time this consciousness arise. So that is a result. Rasata Chaita. So in next group have that Chaita, Upekkha-sagadam. That is a result of Kusala. Now we are learning result of Akusala. So based on object, your consciousness is a result of Akusala or result of Kusala. For example, if you see good thing, that is a result of Kusala, agreeable object. If you see disagreeable object, that is a result of Akusala. Based on object, we have to decide. If we have a chance, agreeable object, that is a result of Kusala. If we have a chance, disagreeable object to see, that is a result of Akusala. So now we are learning a result of Akusalacitta. That is the I consciousness. That is a resultant. You no need to practice. That is you have done karma, especially maybe in the past life, one of a past life. Because of this, you see something that consciousness arise. Just impingements into the I. So to arise this consciousness, what kind of factors you need? Number one, you need to have eye sensitivity. Number two, you need to have a color object, color form object, visible object. You need to have light. You need to have attention. If these three factors complete, I consciousness surely will arise. So nobody creates to see something. If these four causes complete, surely this consciousness will arise. If one of them fail, not have, if so, this consciousness cannot arise. So no color, you cannot see anything. No eye sensitivity. Some people not have a good eye, so they cannot see. In the same way, there is no light, we cannot see. In the same way, there is no attention, we cannot see. Although we have eye object. Now in front of my eye, there are many people. So if I pay attention, I may see someone. If I not pay attention, I may not see. Sometimes we don't know you come or not. Like that, I don't happen to pay attention. Like that. So although, but color object, every color object impinge into my eye, but I cannot see if I don't pay attention. Like that. So have four factors. If we complete these four factors, this consciousness surely will arise. Surely will arise. But that consciousness is just seeing color object. Don't know that is a cup, that is a paper, that is the next stage. Another consciousness know that situation. This consciousness is just seeing. Color object impinging, just seeing. You cannot decide in that time. That is a human, that is an animal, that is a car. That is another stage of mind. This mind is just seeing. Just seeing. Just feeling is a neutral feeling. At that time you're not happy, you're not sad. Just a neutral feeling. But later part, by seeing that, oh, that is a cup, that is another mind moment, another mind process. Or that is a very good, or such a mind is that is a later part. In this part, very weak, just seeing. So, according to mind process like that, when we see something like easy, just seeing, but mind process is like that. First of all, indoor adverting consciousness, that is the number one stage, just adverting, turning towards object, that is the one consciousness. After that, this consciousness, Chakku Vijnana, eye consciousness. After that, Sampradechana receiving. After that, Santirana investigating, like that. In that time, you not feel anything, just a neutral feeling. So, after many stages only, you may know that is a good, that is a not good, you may do reaction. In this stage, just a resultant of you are wholesome or unwholesome. So if you see that, then that is this consciousness, result of akusala. Next one, Sota Vijnana. Sota Vijnana is Sota is ear. So Vijnana is a consciousness, ear consciousness arising here. if you want to find out that consciousness, you need to find the ear. So into the ear, have ear sensitivity. According to Buddha's teaching, have some tender hair, tender small hair, and that around that place have ear sensitivity. That ear sensitivity is materiality, not mentality. That ear sensitivity can catch the sound only. Can accept impingement of the sound. Cannot catch the color object. Different function. With the ear you cannot see. Only with the eye only you can see. Eye sensitivity also cannot catch the sound. Ear sensitivity only can catch the sound, but cannot catch the color object. So if the sound impinge into the ear, so that this consciousness can arise. So for what kind of factor we need? Must have the sound, must have ear sensitivity, must have space, must have attention. So if these 4 factors complete, you will surely have this consciousness. One of them, if fail, you cannot have this consciousness. For example, although I speak loudly, if you are thinking other things, you cannot hear. That is no attention. You have ear sensitivity, you have a sound. Because of not pay attention, you cannot hear. This consciousness cannot arise. Because of this, many people before saying, they say, please have your attention, please, like that. Because attention is very important. Attention is one kind of consciousness. Later you may know what is attention. So that is also associated with the neutral feeling or accompanied by neutral feeling. Next one is Gana Vijnanam. Vijnana is consciousness, Gana is nose consciousness. Nose is one of our door. We make a connection with the nose. So that nose sensitivity is into the nose hole, have a nose sensitivity. That sensitivity is materiality, can catch the smell or odor. Cannot catch the sound or color, like that. So this consciousness arises into the nose sensitivity. If you want to discern, want to find, you should find out in that place. You should get some smelling object, odor. You should have nose sensitivity. Also, you should have the wind. Wind brings the smell. You should have attention. If these 4 factors complete, that consciousness surely will arise. If one of them fail, this consciousness cannot arise. So, according to Buddhist idea, cause and effect, nobody creates. If this cause complete, nobody can stop. One of them, if fail, nobody can create to have such a mind, such a consciousness. So that is Gana Vijnanam. Next one is Jainva Vijnanam. Jainva is tongue. Consciousness based on tongue. So we in the middle of the tongue there is a tongue sensitivity. That is a materiality. That materiality can catch the taste. By seeing something, we cannot know what taste they have. By listening, cannot know. You only have to put into on the middle of the tongue. If so, that sensitivity can catch the taste. So that at that time, that consciousness can arise. So to arise that consciousness, what kind of factor we need? We need to have tongue sensitivity. We need to have taste. We need to have some liquid. Sometimes very dry. If so, put something. Food also dry. Your tongue also dry because of something. If so, you cannot have taste. So something need wet or water element. Another thing is have attention. You eat something very good, but someone say very badly. All good taste are loose. No objects of your mind. Although put into the tongue. So like that. Have to pay attention. Because of this, if we want to taste something, have to pay attention that we should focus on that place. If so, we know the taste. So attention always need. So that is the Janwa Vijnana. Next one is Kaya Vijnana. Kaya is a body. Body is everywhere have a body sensitivity, except very dry flesh, like hair, except that place. Other places have. Wherever we touch in our body, we can know because of body sensitivity. Body sensitivity is one of materiality. Into the eye also have a body sensitivity. If you touch in your eye, you may pain. That is because of body sensitivity, not because of eye sensitivity. Eye sensitivity is only can catch the color, impinged by color. So into the eye, two kinds of sensitivity you have. One sensitivity is eye sensitivity. The other sensitivity is body sensitivity. So eye sensitivity can catch the color. Body sensitivity, if you touch into the eye, your eye may pain. That is because of body sensitivity. So body sensitivity is the whole body you have wherever you touch. But some people have some disease such as leprosy. If so, they spoil body sensitivity. Although touch, they don't know. So if someone not spoil body sensitivity, everywhere we touch, we can know. Whenever we touch, we know. At that time, we have that consciousness, Kaya Vijnana. So to have this consciousness, what kind of factors we need? Need body sensitivity. Need a tangible object or tactile object. Tangible object what? Tangible object means something hard or something hot, something pushing like wind. So these three things we call tangible object. Something hard, that is we call in Pali are the element. Something hot or heat, that is we call in Pali Tejodadu, fire element. Next one is pushing or supporting. That is in Pali we call Vayodhatu, wind element. This three things is a tactile object or tangible object. We touch something, that object is may hard, may heat, or may push. So we need body sensitivity, we need tangible object. Another thing is we need our body have hardness. That is other element. So we need attention. If these four factors complete, that consciousness surely will arise. Nobody can stop. If one of them fails, nobody can create. That is a Kaya Vijnana. Kaya Vijnana is what is different, accompanied by suffering. Because that is akusala, result of akusala, result of unwholesomeness. You touch something very bad. because of akusala, result of akusala. So you may suffer. Something touches your body, you are surely pain. You are surely pain. So accompanied by unpleasant feeling. That is the difference. Why? Kala eye is kala is very soft. Eye sensitivity also one of soft. So although impinged, no suffering, just a neutral feeling. For example, although you see very bad object, in the seeing time, that is a neutral, normal. Actually not really pain, because some people see scary movie. There are no pain, like that, no pain. Why eye sensitivity also soft, color object so soft. So impingement is very soft, just a neutral. So cotton wool and cotton wool if impinged, very soft. So ear sound, ear sensitivity also the same, soft. But if a very loud shout, you may pain. That is maybe in the sound may have some hardness. That hardness impinge in your ear. That is actually that is a sound not impinge ear sensitivity. That is a tangible object impinge your body. Body like that. Because of this, you may pain. So ear and sound also soft. Taste tongue also soft. Nose and smell also soft. Body touching is body sensitivity is one of the soft type, but body sensitivity is depends on some hardness. So if something touch, actually touching body sensitivity fast, but later part happen to impinge, happen to hit the hardness or some element. Because of this, you will surely pain. Because of this, accompanied by suffering. Meaning is impingement is very strong. In the scripture mentioned like that, before eye consciousness, eye sensitivity and color is cotton wool and cotton wool touch. No strong impingement. So this is not like that. You put cotton wool onto the one of a block. So actually, body sensitivity is cotton wool, but that cotton wool is dependent on some solid or some dependent on something like that put here. So tangible object is what? Hardness, heat, wind. That is very strong. So that strong object hits cotton wool, but crossing cotton wool happen to hit this table. So at that time becomes strong. So impingement is strong. Because of impingement is strong, accompanied by suffering, not neutral feeling. If a pain, like that. So next one, Upekasāgadam Sampatecana-citta. Upekasāgadam is accompanied by neutral feeling. Sampatecana meaning is receiving consciousness, accepting consciousness. That is third stage of cognitive consciousness. Like that, first one is something you see, indoor body consciousness. Second is eye consciousness. Third is receiving consciousness. So after seeing something, you receive, you accept something, like that. After hearing something, you accept that object. So in this stage, receiving consciousness. Later, when you learn mind process, at that time you will know more. You will know more. After seeing, after listening, after hearing, after smelling, next stage is you receive that object. Yeah, please come, you accept that object. Just accepting. That is also result of unwholesomeness or result of wholesomeness possible based on object. Based on object. That is not so important to know only, to discern only, because of resultant. You no need to practice. Result is like a picture into the mirror. Picture into the mirror is according to person have to appear. If you want to change, you should change the person. You should not change the person into the mirror. That is just a result. Just a result. You have to accept. But later part, you need to do reaction. By seeing picture into the mirror, you should accept. That is my appearance. My appearance reaction is should be good. You should not sad. If order, anyway, you should accept. That is a reaction. But in that stage, should not. No need to do reaction. That is a picture into the mirror. You no need to change. Later part, you will learn about the person in front of the mirror. And that is very important. You need to create properly. You need to change properly. This is you have to accept because of previous karma. You may see something good, you may see something bad. That is mostly that is because of your previous karma only. So receiving consciousness. Next one is Ubekasagatam Sandirana Chaitam. Sandirana means is investigating or checking. After receiving, in the immigration, what they do? They check everything. After receiving passport, they check that is a good or not, acceptable or not, like that. They check. That you see some object also. Your mind work a lot. First of all, you turn towards the object. Second time, you see that object. Third time, you accept that object. Fourth time, you do investigating. Or that is a good or not, bad or good. You are investigating in your mind. So that is also accompanied by neutral feeling. In that time, cannot taste the object too much, because not yet enough. Mind process is not yet enough. Very beginning point. Your feeling is mostly neutral feeling. Neutral feeling. So all are seven. These are result of unwholesomeness. So whatever you see, you hear, you smell, you taste, you touch, these are because of result of unwholesomeness. You see very bad thing, disagreeable thing. You hear disagreeable thing. You smell disagreeable thing. You taste disagreeable. You touch disagreeable. Because this is a result of unwholesomeness. So next one is we learn result of wholesomeness. That is become 8, not 7. Ubekasagatam Chakkuvinyanam. The same. What different? Object is different. Now because of result of wholesomeness, object is what? Good, agreeable. You see very beautiful. That is because of good karma. But you do reaction is can be good karma, can be bad karma. That is another case. Or you may greed, become bad karma. Like that. If you think, oh, very very good flower, I will offer to the Buddha. So that reaction is good. You see something good, but reaction is maybe according to individual, maybe different. Anyway, you see something good because of your good karma. That is a resultant time because of good karma. you may do reaction is maybe good or bad. For example, you see some flower very good. So seeing flower is because of good karma. But you may think, oh, that is a very good, I want to get. Too much, some people may steal, I will steal that. So if so, that is a reaction is a very bad karma. But some people may think, oh, that flower is very good, by getting properly or paying money, I will offer to the Buddha. If so, you are thinking reaction is become good karma. Anyway, you have a chance to see that flower is because of your good karma. Yeah, good karma. So that is a result. So Soda Vinyanam, Kana Vinyanam, Jainwa Vinyanam, the same. Kaya Vinyanam. Kaya Vinyanam is what? Sukha Sahagadam, Kaya Vinyanam, accompanied by pleasant feeling. Something you touch, very good. Touching is very good. Like you sit on the sofa, very soft. Oh, that is very good. You feel a pleasant feeling because impingement is quite strong. So if before result of akusala is dukkha sagata, you touch very pain. You something hit, very pain. Now something touch you, that is very good. So sukha sagadam, accompanied by pleasant feeling. Anyway, you have chance to sit on the cushion. That is a result of good karma. Result of good karma. But reactions may different. Oh, I want to get this, I may steal. Oh, so if so, that is a bad karma. So if you think, oh, that is a very good, I may offer someone to sit on that. Oh, so different thinking. Reactions are different. That is a person in front of picture, in front of mirror. Now you have a good feeling. That is just a resultant consciousness. So next one is Upakasagatan Sampatechana Chaitan. Sampatechana is accepting. Accepting consciousness is I also can have ear door, nose door, tongue door, body door, can have. But that consciousness is based on heart. Based on heart. You see something. First of all, adverting consciousness, that is into the heart. Second time, seeing consciousness into the eye. Third time, accepting consciousness is into the heart. Fourth time, investigating consciousness into the heart. Like that. In that time, your mind not yet strong. Very beginning, the mind is very fast. Within 1 second can arise down millions of consciousness. So very fast. The mind's arising is very fast. Now very beginning, Sampatechana. So that is a neutral feeling. Next one is Santirana. Santirana. Somanasa Sagadam. Number 8 also Ubeka Sagadam. Oh. Number 7 and 8 is to a Santirana, investigating. One is accompanied by Somanasa, pleasant feeling. The other one is accompanied by neutral feeling. So that is based on what you see. Something you see is some object are only agreeable object. Some objects are very agreeable object. Based on that, if just agreeable object, ubeka sagadam, you're not so happy, neutral feeling. Very agreeable object is like Buddha or something very agreeable in your mind. Buddha, Chetiya, Pagoda, like that. That is a very agreeable object. Because of very good karma, you have chance to see that. But reactions may different. Most of Buddhists, when they see Buddha image, they are happy. They get a kusala mind. They do reaction, kusala, wholesomeness. But for the Devadatta, you know Devadatta, always want to disturb the Buddha. For him, that object is a he do reaction, akusala karma, like that. But anyway, he has a chance to see Buddha is because of good karma. Because of good karma. So like that, based on object, agreeable or very agreeable object. If only agreeable, Upekasagatam. If very agreeable, Somanasasagatam to them. Because of this difference, unwholesome Rajatan consciousness is 8. Previous one is 7. So for the result of Akusala is impingement is very weak because of result of Akusala. Result of Akusala is not so strong. Very weak, only Ubeka mind, only neutral feeling. Here, result of wholesome is quite strong. Because of this, sometimes pleasant feeling, sometimes neutral feeling. That is mentioned in the scripture. One cause. Another thing is another explanation is like that. Result of unwholesomeness is if just disagreeable neutral feeling. If very disagreeable, that is become anger. That is a previous consciousness, unwholesome consciousness, not resultant consciousness. That is one reason. So anyway, you should try to remember result of kusala is strong. Because of strong, sometimes somanasa, pleasant feeling, sometimes neutral feeling. Result of akusala is weak. Because of this, only neutral feeling. Only neutral feeling. So yeah, that is a little bit difficult to understand for all of us. Anyway, first of all, we need to listen according to explanation of scripture. Later part, we should ask each other, we should think, after that we can learn. So to know Dhamma term, sometimes not easy. May need a few times to think, to contemplate. After that, we may know, we may understand. Anyway, first of all, we need to listen the Buddha's teaching. Later we should follow to understand, like that. So that is a result of wholesomeness. Just a result, you no need to practice, only just to know, just to contemplate inside with inside knowledge. Inside knowledge. So result of kusala and result of akusala is based on object. Whatever you see, agreeable or disagreeable. If you have a chance to see agreeable, that is because of kusala karma. If you have a chance to see disagreeable, that is because of akusala karma. Yeah, because of akusala karma. Now you are staying in Singapore. So people outside of the Singapore is a garden city. You have a chance of many things clean, like trees, a garden. That is because of good karma. Because of good karma. But you need to take a reaction. Reaction. You have such a chance. That is because of good karma. Yeah. So next one is Ahetukacitta. 3. Rootless functional consciousness. In the Akusala mind, result of Akusala, we not say rootless. In the result of Kusala, we say rootless. Why? Result of unwholesomeness is surely rootless. No need to say rootless. No have other than. But result of Kusala is here rootless. Later will come with the root. So because of two things, we have to say here rootless. Later part will come result of Kusala with the root. With the root. Because of two things need to qualify. Rootless and with the root. Only one thing we no need to say, no need to qualify. For example, if there is only one cup, you no need to say cup with a white color. You no need to say because only one cup. If there is two cups, we need to say cup with a white color, cup with a green. So result of wholesomeness is two types. One is rootless, one is with the root. Later will come. So in the same way, non-three functional consciousness also we use rootless. Because functional consciousness is two types. One is with the root, one is without root. Here without root. Because of this we use rootless. Like that. Later we will come functional consciousness with the root. So Ahetukacitta. No, cannot say just Ahetukacitta. Ahetukacitta, the same thing will come. But that Ahetukacitta is with the root. This Ahetukacitta is without root. So number one, Upekasa accompanied by neutral feeling. Pancha dwara vajana chaitam. Pencha dwara vajana. Pencha is a 5. Dwara is a door or sense door. Vajana is attention or turning. Avajana is turning or attention, attending. So we translate 5 door adverting consciousness or 5 sense door adverting consciousness accompanied by neutral feeling. That is the first stage of seeing, of hearing, of smelling, tasting, touching. First stage. So something we see something. First stage is this consciousness turning towards that object. Sometimes I see my consciousness turn color object. Sometimes I listen. My consciousness turns towards sound. Sometimes I taste something like that. So my consciousness turns towards taste. So that consciousness is like that. So that consciousness, when we see, when we listen, when we smell, when we taste, when we touch, that is the very beginning stage, first stage of the cognitive mind, of the mind process. So 5 door adverting consciousness. So may I have your attention, please, to see. If so, that is this consciousness. That is attention. Without this consciousness, although many objects impinge in my eye, if I don't turn to see, I am thinking other things. If so, I cannot see. Like that. That consciousness is attention, our attention. So, for the 5 door is eye, ear, nose, tongue, body. That is our doors. Many objects come from those doors. Next one, Upekasa mano dwara vajana chaitam. Mano is a mind. Mano and Citta, Vijnana, the same. Mind consciousness. Dwara is a door. So mind door or consciousness door. Dividing consciousness. Mind door dividing consciousness. That is a mind door only in mind, into the heart. You not see, you not hear, you not smell, you not taste. You just thinking. Sometimes you may think about your home. So that is a mind. Your mind door divided towards home. Sometimes your mind may think about your jobs. So that is a turn towards the jobs. That is the very beginning point in mind. So first stage, that is a mind door dividing consciousness. So please your attention please to think. If so, that is just a mind door dividing consciousness. Just divides. No use eye, ear, nose, tongue and body. Just thinking. Still thinking. Huh? You go to the secluded place, you close your eye. No smell, no taste. But your mind turn towards here and there. Sometimes turn home, sometimes turn jobs, sometimes turn towards daughter and son, like that. Sometimes only towards Anapana. Because a very bored object. You don't want to turn. You don't have such a habit. But after practicing quite long time, your mind become used to. At that time, most of the time turn towards this object. After wake up, after snap, automatically your mind go there, like that. After close your eye, automatically your mind go there because of practicing. So your mind need to turn towards a good object. Towards a good object. If I turn towards a bad object, you need to change. You should change. Yeah. I know ear door also the same. You should see a useful object. You should not see. You should not pay attention unbeneficial object. Like that. That is a need to practice. That is attention. You may hear before. Yoniso manasikara. Wise attention. Wise attention is mostly that. That is a wise attention. Yeah. If you want to turn your mind beneficial object, that is a wise attention. If your mind turn towards a better object, that is unwise attention. Unwise attention. So to see something, to listen to something, first of all, meditator should check and should see or not, should listen or not, should taste or not, should smell or not, should touch or not. Only beneficial thing meditator, especially who practice, should do. If no beneficial, you should not see, listen, smell, like that. So mind or dividing consciousness is use just in mind only, not use eye, ear, nose, tongue and body. So mind or dividing consciousness, another name is you need to write down beside Voto, V U T under dot T, next double T under dot and H O. Voto. V U T T H O. Voto. 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 Voto is another name. But if in mind or process we use mind or dividing consciousness, manodwara vajana. But if in Phaidor, this consciousness is another name, Voto. Voto is before reaction, something decision. Translation is determining consciousness. determining consciousness. That is in Fido. In Fido we use Voto. In Mindo we use Mindo departing consciousness. Two names, different door. Voto is a determining consciousness. Like that I will say, Indo process. First stage is Indo departing consciousness. Second, seeing consciousness, unconsciousness. Third time, receiving consciousness. Fourth time, investigating consciousness. After investigating consciousness, Voto, determining consciousness. Determine. You should determine. After investigating, that is a good or bad. You should determine. You will decide. Or that is a good or that is a bad. According to your decision, next time you will do reaction. Karma, good karma or bad karma. Later, when you learn mind process, you may clear more. Now you should know another name, Voto. Manodwara Vajana is only we use in Mindo. Voto is we use in Fido. So these are three is a functional consciousness. What is the meaning of functional consciousness? We use in Pali, Kiriya. Kiriya means no kusala, no akusala, no vipaka. Except kusala, akusala, vipaka. That means is like that. Kusala have to produce good result. If I have characteristics producing good result, that is a kusala. Akusala have characteristics to produce bad result. This consciousness no produce any result. Because of this, no kusala, no akusala. In the same way, this consciousness no result of kusala and akusala. That is just action, just mere action. Mere action. No result of kusala and akusala, no produce good result, no produce bad result. Just mere action. So we advert something, that is just action. No, cannot produce a result. Because of this, we cannot call kusala and akusala. Also, no result of kusala and akusala. Just action. That is a functional consciousness. Mostly arising in the Arahanta Buddha, Pajika Buddha. For the normal person, only these two arise. Five-door departing consciousness, mind-door departing consciousness. We have only these two functional consciousness. Later, we will come many functional consciousness. All functional consciousness arise into the Arahanta. Into the Arahanta. Because Arahanta also, for example, pay respect to Buddha, do dana, listening in Dhamma. They are just action. Their mind cannot produce a result. After they passed away, they go to Nibbana. No more life. They do only good thing, but no result. Why? To produce a result, just action not enough. We need to have a desire, craving. We need to have ignorance. Arahanta, no craving. No craving, no ignorance. Because of some factor fail, only action cannot produce result. So they also pay respect, we also pay respect. The same action, their action is cannot produce result. Why? We have a craving. We are thinking that is a man, that is a woman, that is a car, that is a house we want to get. We have such a craving. Arahanta is not think a man, a woman, house and car like that. They are thinking is all mentality, materiality. mentality, materiality. Because of this, they don't have any attachment, any craving, but they are still doing good then. So for them, because of other factor fail, just action they have. That action cannot produce results. Our action can produce a result. So we do pay respect to Buddha. We have to say that mind is a kusala. But Arahanta do pay respect to Buddha. Their mind have to say functional consciousness. Kriya Chaita, just action, mere action, no result. No result. So these two functions only we have arise within us. Other functional consciousness are arising in Arahanta's mind only. Next one, Somanasa Sagatam, accompanied by pleasant feeling, Ahetukacitta, smile producing consciousness. That is for the Arahanta only, no for us. For us is only two functional, only this two, fight or mind or, only for us, only this two for us. Other functional are only for Arahanta. Now, when Arahanta smile, this consciousness may arise. Other smiling consciousness also will come later. That is a smile producing consciousness. Arahanta, something he see not so gross object, not so strong object. He smile with his mind, with this mind, a little bit smile. So in that some scripture mentioned, if someone smile by shaking body, that is not superior. Superior smiling is Buddha smiling is just teeth, the tip of teeth only appear, may not appear like gums like that. So that a noble person is smiling. If you want to be noble person, you should control your smiling. Yeah, like that. Yeah, maybe that is a possible. Shallow mind is very open, like that. So if Arahanta's mind, one of the smiling consciousness is this consciousness. That is only for the Arahanta, not for us. Not for us. So now we finish 18 rootless consciousness. 18 rootless consciousness. So now we finish 12 akusala and 18 rootless, or 13. These 13 we call Asobhanacitta, not beautiful citta. Not beautiful means as akusala is can say ugly citta, but rootless citta is just no roots, not so bad, but we use not beautiful. Not beautiful means as except beautiful, other than beautiful. Sometimes not beautiful means not mean ugly. Just not beautiful. Just not beautiful is other than beautiful. Later part will come beautiful. No is many meaning. Sometimes no is just other than that. Some no mean is opposite of that. For example, loba, aloba. Loba is greed. Aloba is they translate non-greed, no greed. But actually should translate anti-greed, opposite of greed. If we say no greed, maybe hatred also possible. Hatred is no greed. Delusion also no greed. So aloba means is opposite of greed. Loba want to get, aloba want to give, want to offer, like that. So sometimes no is he is no beautiful. That means ugly. Sometimes no beautiful is other than beautiful. So here also not beautiful is for the akusala. Okay, you can say opposite of beautiful. For the Ahetuka, other than beautiful. Yeah, other than beautiful. We need to know such names because sometimes in some teaching they use Asobhana. At that time you need to understand Asobhana is Akusala mind and Rootless consciousness. The other Citta, remaining Citta, 59 or 91 consciousness are categorized as the beautiful consciousness, Sobhanacitta. Yeah, those consciousness are really beautiful. Really beautiful. If those Citta arise within you, your mind is beautiful. Yeah. So because of this, some people say beauty is into the heart. Into the heart. That is possible. Huh? Sobhana, Asobhana. That's a name you may need to know. 7:30, yeah. 7:30, 8:30, only 1 hour. So next one we will go 24 sense sphere beautiful consciousness. Previous also sense sphere consciousness, but that is not beautiful. That is a sense sphere. Oh, okay. Enough or not? If not enough, raise up your hand. A few you need. Huh? Yeah. That's quite easy for us all. Quite easy as a sense sphere beautiful consciousness. Previous consciousness also sense sphere consciousness, but that is not beautiful. Other than beautiful or ugly, you can say. So this is a sense sphere beautiful consciousness, good consciousness. Good is beautiful. Huh? Good and beautiful the same or not? Huh? So Kāmāvacara-Sobhanacitta. Kāmāvacara is a sense sphere. Sobhana is a beautiful. Citta is a consciousness. Number one, first group is 8. So this 24 is 8 3 times. 8, 24. Kusala 8, Vipaka 8, Kriya 8. So become 24. First of all, we will count Kusala 8. Kāmāvacara-Kusalacitta. Kusala is, you know, the characteristics of Kusala is no fault. No fault. Also can produce good results. That is considered Kusala. No fault. Something you do, no fault. Also can produce a good result when it is mature. That is a Kusala. Now we will count a Kusala mind, a Kusala consciousness. All are 8. That is within us occasionally arise. So repeat after me. Somanasa Sagadam Jnana Sambayodam Asankarika Mekam Somanasa Sagadam Jnana Sambayodam Sasankarika Mekam Somanasa Sagadam Jnana Vipayodam Asankarika Mekam Somanasa Sagadam Jnana Vipayodam Sasankarika mekam Ubekha sagadam Jnana sambayodam Asankarika mekam Ubekha sagadam Jnana sambayodam Sasankarika mekam Ubekha sagadam Jnana vipayodam Asankarika mekam Ubekha sagadam Jnana vipayodam Sasankarika mekam. All are aids. Huh? When we was young, we learn daytime, the teacher explain and teach. Nighttime we count together 2 or 3 persons like that. Like that we count every night about 30 minutes or for 1 hour. We count with our books. So later we are very clever. So about 121 citta we can count without interruption. That is because of practicing. But some people in the school, they are not trying to memorize. So different learning. They're trying to understand it only. So learning in Pitama is not so difficult. Need to count many times. Problem is if we don't count, you can understand, but later part, when I say Dosa Mula Citta 2, you not remember. So I have to go back again. So may last. If we remember when we go back to Dosa Mula Citta 1, like that, can understand. If so, we can continue like that. So if I cannot memorize, although we say Dominasa 2, what is the Dominasa 2? So we cannot continue, have to go back. That is the problem. So anyway, do memory. Your paper is your memory. I'm trying to record. I will record. So I have done actually, but I don't know how to record it. So I fail one time. Next time I will do. So by listening in Kananka, you may familiar with these words. So into the car you can listen like that. To familiar that. After a few times, after understanding, after being familiar with you, like easy. That is the nature. That is the nature. So because of my learning style, if I learn English also the same. I listen one story a few days or 1 week. After 1 week I know all together with the pronunciation or sound. I can recite with our books. So I do like that because of previous habit. I know if I learn English, so I'm not trying to go fast. One story or the same thing, maybe some title, some by using this article, make a story, write a letter. First of all, read a letter, trying to understand. That is the first time. Later I listen Gananga, not see letters, just listen, just follow the speed. After maybe 7 days, I can follow the speed. Speaking also I can follow the speed because I'm trying to learn to memorize. I learn by memorizing. After 7 days I know all. and remember all like that, because of listening in 7 days. So, I mean, if you want to familiar like that, a few citta, for example, 12 akusala, you may need to listen 7 days. 7 days. First day only you may need to know translation, or first day, second day you may need a translation, seeing a letter, but the third day or fourth day just to follow the sound by understanding. So if so, you may familiar with these words. So now this 8 is similar to what? 8 greed, loba mula citta. Loba mula citta is a Ahetukacitta Sambayutta. This citta is a Jnana Sambayutta. That is the only changing. Other are the same. So sometimes we count like that. Somanasa 4, neutral feeling. Pleasant feeling 4, neutral feeling 4. In Bali, Somanasa 4, Upekkha 4, 8. In Bali, Jnana Sambayutta 4, Jnana Vipassanā 4, 8. Asankarika 4, Sasankarika 4, 8. According 3 ways we count. One is according to feeling, the other one is according to wisdom, the other one is according to prompted and unprompted. So number 1, pleasant feeling, unpleasant feeling is like that. You do kusala, sometimes happy. Your mind is happy. This consciousness is arise within you. Whatever you do, dana, sila, practicing, once you focus on anapana, this consciousness arise. Not so difficult to get this consciousness. This consciousness is important for you. Why? That is a kusala, can produce good result. So when we do dana, we do morality, observe morality, we meditate, we do volunteer service, we do respect, when we do sharing merits, when we do rejoicing, when we do listening in Dhamma, when we do talking in Dhamma. Now this consciousness arises. You should check which consciousness among 8. So this consciousness is like that. Whenever we do morality, meditation, dana, volunteer service, listening in Dhamma, talking in Dhamma, rejoicing or sharing in merit, this consciousness. A lot of time for us, this consciousness arises within us. So now also we listening in Dhamma, this consciousness arises. So, but have 8 kinds. 1 is accompanied by pleasant feeling. 4 is accompanied by pleasant feeling. 4 is accompanied by neutral feeling. Sometimes may happy, sometimes may neutral. Neutral is not happy, not sad, middle. So now you are listening Dhamma, happy or not. What is the cause of happiness? What is the cause of a neutral feeling? Whenever you do kusala, if you want to be happy, have some causes. Causes is like that. Number 1, strong faith. If you have a strong faith, you do dana, you listening in Dhamma, you are happy. Because you have faith. By listening like that, I will get good results. If you have a strong faith, those people are very happy. To be respect Buddha, to do dana. So have a strong faith. That is the cause of happiness. If you not have a strong faith, just little bit weak, if so, you may have only neutral feeling. Anyway, that consciousness can produce a good result. So next one is Dasana Sampati. Dasana Sampati is achievement of your view. You have a right view. You complete with right view. Right view is according to reality, you have such a view. Reality is if you do cause, you get result. That is reality. If you do dana, you will be rich. That is reality. According to reality, if you have such a view, you have a right view. Because reality is like that, you have a view like that. The same. Because of this, you have a right view. Some people are... reality is cause and effect, but their view is no cause and effect. That is we say wrong view. Reality and their view is different. That is dangerous. That is we say wrong view. So if you have a right view completely, you are happy because you understand by being in respect and will get a good result. If you understand like that, whenever you pay respect, you will be happy like that. If you weak about that view, maybe may get a good result, may not get a good result. If you have such a view, you may not be happy. So, achievement of the right view is the cause of pleasant feeling. Next one is other situation, achievement of properties, good receiver. For example, you will do dana. You will do dana is sometimes you may not have enough money. You want to do. If so, you cannot be happy. Just a neutral feeling. Sometimes you will do dana. Receiver morality is not so good. To see receiver is he not control his mind. He not control his morality. If you know you find such a receiver, you may not be happy. So if you have a lot of money or receiver also very good, very good quality about the morality, concentration, wisdom, if so, you will be happy. In the same way, listening in Dhamma, no, according to proper time, if I give, you may be happy. If I give a very, very long time, long-winded talk, later you were bored. So, such a situation, we need to get happiness. So, next one is Jnana Sampayutta, Jnana Vipayutta. Associated with wisdom or knowledge, dissociated from wisdom or knowledge. That is very important. Your kusala should have together with wisdom. So that is very important. What is wisdom? So some people do donation offering, but they don't have a knowledge, cause and effect, knowing cause and effect. They don't understand because they have a good habit. They want to offer only. So if so, their consciousness is without wisdom. Most of Buddhists learn Buddha's teaching, so they understand, they have a knowledge. That is a good cause. Later, that cause can produce a good result if we understand. By understanding like that, if we do donation, we meditate, we do morality, that is with wisdom. So, with the wisdom, consciousness, with the wisdom and without wisdom, what is different? When you born as a human, as a deva, at that time become different. You are knowledgeable and not knowledgeable. So that is very important. So when you do kusala, you should have wisdom. Wisdom is what? Understanding karma, karma result. Reflecting karma, karma result. And do this action. This action can produce good results. Yeah, such an understanding need. So occasionally we need to reflect about the karma results. And next one is asankarika, unprompted. Sasankarika, prompted. Unprompted is like old people, the grown people, they understand. No need to encourage by others, maybe. But some children, they don't know to do kusala. Parents may encourage them. Please offer, please pay respect. Because of encouragement by parents, they do. So their mind is prompted. All the person's mind also may need sometimes encouragement ourselves. I should do, I should not be lazy. If so, we do. That mind is prompted. Sometimes no need to prompt, already strong. We do dana, we do sila. That is unprompted. So only we need to take care especially about the wisdom, understanding karma results. So that is our kusala mind. Our kusala only this kusala. This among this 8. Whatever we do, good then kusala mind is kusala consciousness is among this 8. Within us arise. Whatever we do, good then radiating metta, helping others, everything. This consciousness arises within us. That is a kusala which can produce good result. So what is the cause of wisdom? Number 1 is because of karma, which can produce wisdom. Some do karma to get wisdom. For example, by doing something, I want to be knowledgeable person. That karma can produce wisdom. Some are like that, asking question about the Dhamma. This is a kusala or akusala. This is a beneficial or not beneficial. And that asking also can produce wisdom. Some are like that, making a letter, writing books, giving in Dhamma, listening in Dhamma. So that is also can produce wisdom. So one cause is about karma. Next cause is abhyapecca lokupapatti, rebelling or bearing in the Brahma world. Become Brahma like that. If Brahma is knowledgeable, because they don't have in that realm no anger, no angry person, that place. Because of this, there are some defilements that they don't have. They are very knowledgeable, Brahma world. Next one is Indriya Pribhaka, maturity of faculties. So in the younger time, we don't have so much knowledge. According to scripture, among 14 and 15. 14 and 15 is that's knowledge age. Another 14 is quite enjoying sensual pleasure. They are not yet knowledgeable. Above the 50 also, body is weak. So 14 and 15 is according to time. That is knowledge time. Knowledge time. So at that time, many knowledge can rise. Meditating also in that stage may be very good. So next one is being far from defilements. Sometimes even a knowledgeable person, if they have a lot of anger, a lot of greed, they lose knowledge. So if far from defilements, knowledge may arise occasionally or very often. So that is the cause of knowledge. So number 1, because of karma. Number 2, having Brahma realm. Number 3, maturity of age or faculty. Number 3, being far from defilements. Number 4. So that is the cause of wisdom. The cause of prompted and unprompted is like that. If you stay under the good weather, good association, eating healthy food, your body is very compatible. If so, mostly unprompted consciousness arises. If you eat bad food associated with a bad person, have to stay very hot place. You don't want to meditate, you don't want to do dana because of very hot. So you have to encourage. So that is the cause of prompted and unprompted. So we should stop, to be prompted, unprompted. If I teach more than that, many unprompted consciousness together with a neutral feeling may arise. So if you have any question, you can ask.
Good evening, Bante. Bante, can you help me to understand? Say, for example, if I experience through my ears, I heard a very loud sound like thunder, and I suddenly feel frightened.
Yeah.
What is this consciousness? Can Bante please explain? Thank you.
That frightened, first of all, because that is ear process. Ear process is like that, first turning into what object, second hearing. Just is at that time just hearing. You not decide to go out bed, very weak. That is a neutral feeling. After that, accepting. After that, receiving. After that, investigating. After that, determining or decision consciousness. After that, only javana, kusala and akusala. But ear process is quite weak. Also kusala and akusala. But after that, that mind process, ear process, arise mind process. Mind process, you may think, oh, that is what sound or fearful sound. That is maybe the sound of a ghost or something like that. Such thinking is another mind process. Do like that. That is a can do. Later you are more and more fear, more and more frightened. If frightened, that is a javana or javana stage is a reaction stage is a anger consciousness. Anger consciousness arise. Anger, especially anger consciousness. There is a first time earring process is that is still weak. Later the mind do works. The mind do you may think that is the sound of what? That is a fearful sound like that. Because of later process, you fear. So at that time, two kinds of consciousness, especially there is a reaction, anger consciousness, hatred consciousness too arise. If very strong, that is unprompted. Some people say you maybe not directly, indirectly. At that time you don't know. Later part you think, oh that is a seeing badly. Should have anger. At that time anger arise. That is a hearing. Anger is very far. Your mind process very far like that. So that is the anger consciousness. So sometimes hearing is the same, but having anger is different. For example, some near the road of a train in Myanmar. Train is very noisy, very noisy. So for the someone who come starting point, very noisy. Whenever they hear, they have anger. They after hearing, they follow that song. That is very bad and noisy like that. But who stay always there, just hear. After that, they disappear. Not think about that. Just hear. can ignore. Even in binge, a very short time. In binge, at that time, here just hearing. Reaction is not so obvious. After that, they forget. They do their jobs. So hearing is the same. Reaction is different. Yeah. Some people have a nature very fear. They stay in the dark. Maybe some insect or some creatures may do ... So some people think, oh, that is the sound of ghost. That is another. Hearing is the same, but later part, the mind process working is different. Based on that, some people fear, some people not fear. Yeah. Okay.
So Bhante, if let's say I feel fearful, so that means I have actually created another unwholesome karma, which will produce results.
Yes. That is unwholesome. The nature of unwholesomeness can produce a result, but such a thing for the ordinary person, a bit. Sometimes not so very strong. One kind of maybe weak karma. But if you have always can have a chance to hear such a sound again and again, to avoid that, for the ordinary person, no choice. Avoiding that place, only we have to do. In the Sabbasawa Sutta, to dispel defilements, sometimes we have to avoid. By avoiding, have to remove the defilements. For example, very bad person, or very tough or dangerous animals. Those, if you stay with those environments, you may have such a pride in mind. We cannot control. Hearing is impingement is very strong, and they always disturb. If so, those environment we need to avoid, not to have such mind. That is by avoiding, have to remove defilements. Some defilements are by reflecting. By reflecting, have to remove. For example, eating good food. So that is we need to eat. If we don't eat, we have a problem. But we should not have a greed. Such a thing is we should not avoid. By reflecting, I eat this because of to sustain my body. If so, according to suitable amount, you will eat. If greed, you will eat more. So such a thing, by reflecting, we need to dispel defilements. You say such object is if have a chance again and again, you should avoid that place. By avoiding, need to remove. That is in Sabbasawa Sutta, the Buddha mentioned. Yeah.
My question is consciousness linked to rebirth? If yes, what is this consciousness?
Consciousness
linked to rebirth?
Rebirth.
Yes. And can you explain this consciousness?
This consciousness is next 8. Result. That is a result. Rebirth consciousness is a result. That is no kusala, no cause. According to that is a karma throw or karma produce your life. For example, previous life you have done good karma. That karma send you in your mother womb. Your mother womb. So that is you are no choice. You no aim to go into the mother womb, but you have done some karma which can produce a human life. That karma produce that at that time into the mother womb, starting point, next 8. Among next 8, one of them. One of them. Yeah, one of them arise. Now when we sleeping also, that consciousness arise. That is a rajatan consciousness when we sleep. So rebirth consciousness, sleeping consciousness, and final stage, the last consciousness, the dying consciousness. And this is the same. That is produced by karma. You no need to change, also cannot change. That is the picture into the mirror. That is the picture into the mirror. Yeah. Rebirth consciousness we cannot change. Sleeping in time also we cannot change. Sleeping in time is some are associated with the present feeling, some are dissociated, associated neutral feeling. Because of this, maybe if sleeping in time, some like a smiling face. If so, his resultant consciousness is associated present feeling. Some people are mostly they stay seriously. Or sleeping in time also to see him like very serious. Deep sleeping. If you dream, that is another kusala or akusala. That is a cause, not resultant. Deep sleeping. So normally waking in time also have a sleeping mind between cognitive mind process. Some very short sleeping mind between cognitive process. So because of this, if someone reborn with a pleasant feeling, such people is mostly not so serious, easy to happy. If we do little jokes, happy easily. Some people are serious, although very big joke, smile little. So that is a resultant consciousness produced by previous karma. But we can create now. We can do happily kusala with the knowledge like that.
Bhante, I would like to know, for us doing good deed, unprompted, so how do we know this is associated with wisdom? Because it's doing good deeds, which is unprompted, with joy. So how do we know it's associated with wisdom? Is there a way to know? It means because unprompted, it's come naturally.
Yeah, naturally, with the wisdom, without wisdom is mostly, for example, you are unprompted is that is a different. For example, children is surely may not have wisdom. Encouraged by parents, they do. That is unprompted, maybe without wisdom. To say cause and effect, no easy. They don't understand. They are sometimes they may do happily themselves by seeing something. Parents they may do. So children's mind can be prompted, can be unprompted. Mostly, surely without wisdom. We may not understand the cause and effect if not very higher person, like that. So prompted and unprompted is a different case. With the wisdom, without wisdom is a different case. Not related to that. Prompted also can be with wisdom, without wisdom. Unprompted also can be with wisdom, without wisdom. So wisdom is like that. If you listen and can Dhamma talk, always you are thinking cause and effect. Also the Buddha also encouraged in one sutta called Abhinabhijavakitta sutta. The Buddha encouraged to reflect cause and effect about the karma. If you follow that teaching, you may reflect cause and effect. So karma is my own property. I have a property. I have a karma as a property. I have relatives as a. I have a karma as my relatives. If I do something good or bad, I will get a result. the Buddha encouraged to reflect. If you reflect such a thing, gananga, later part, because of habit, you might automatically have such thinking, like automatically, because of you do a lot of times like that. First of all, you may need to do reflection about the karma, but later part, because of habit within you, most of the time will arise. Some people are not like that, don't listen Dhamma talk too much, don't think about the karma. They may have a heart about the karma and result, but they ignore. So if so, for those people, wisdom may not arise within him. Gananga. Only a few times may have when they remember. Like that. If you surely want to have, you should reflect karma result. I do this good thing, I will get a good result. If we reflect intentionally, that is with the wisdom. Generally, if we have listened to Dhamma talk, if we reflect about the karma occasionally, mostly, surely we have wisdom. Without wisdom is mostly other religion, they totally not believe cause and effect. But because of their thinking is a responsibility or something, people to people is a need to have a relationship or like that. That is a normal thinking. We don't call that as a wisdom. Wisdom is a knowing deeply, understanding deeply, penetratively. Because cause and effect is very far. Cause is a previous life, effect is now. Because of very far, normal person to see that quite difficult. Because of Buddha's teaching, we have to think. Later by thinking that is possible like that. We have such a knowledge. Because of this, without the Buddha's teaching, to know this cause and effect very difficult. Because of this, people who believe other religion, mostly they may do kusala without wisdom. Yeah. Wisdom is knowing penetratively. Penetrate previous life and this life. They have a connection for the Buddha. Even in present life, some food we eat, we don't know result. But the doctor who learn about the food, they understand. Because result, cause, effect quite far. But in the present life, karma and karma result is mostly previous life, many long time, or result is later part appear very far. Who know penetratively only, they can teach such a thing. That is like a Buddha. Yeah. So we may say people in other religion, they may do kusala without wisdom, mostly. Buddhist, we may do kusala with wisdom, because we have understanding, cause and effect. Yeah.
Thank you.
Concentrate on.
Yeah.
When we're doing anapana, we concentrate on the breathing. So this is mostly is a mind door process, is it?
Yeah, sure. Mind door and body door. Body door is mind is every object can take. Mind every object can take. Color, mind, you may, by closing the eye, you can see someone. That is in the same way, by closing ear, you can hear some sound like that. So the mind can take every object. First of all, you need to understand. But anapana is the air touch here. We have here body sensitivity. If air touch body sensitivity, we have chance to know the air. So for the beginner, by using this sensitivity, they try to know the air. Later, because of practicing, later you don't need to use this. Your mind becomes stronger. Because you have experienced a lot of times by using this. Later, your mind not need this sensitivity. The mind directly can see. So, for example, you see movie, always this movie. Later, although you don't see every picture, you can see with your mind, because you have practiced. So, to know this object is one thing is a body door, the other thing is a mind door. Two kinds are possible. Yeah.
Good evening to you, Bhante. Yes, I'm first time listening. I'm a taxi driver, and I brought one of your customer.
Yeah.
Okay, and okay. She was referring that come and listen.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm a king. I would say I'm a spiritual seeker. Okay, I'm open to any religion.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's just that through my understanding, like what I hear just now, you're saying about karma,
Yeah.
Okay. Do we have to wait till we die, and then we know that what is our next because of our karma?
Yeah.
I think that is too late already, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And one more thing also is about this. What I'm trying to get more understanding.
Yeah.
Okay. So can you? I would say that because Buddha teaching is one way or another that we have to practice in order for us to understand. But to my understanding, there are some people that says that you don't have to do anything. Just put the trust and you will go to heaven. You see, this make my mind, confused.
Yeah.
So which is which? Can you explain to that?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
First is need to wait until we die. That's your first question. So yes, to know, to connect this good karma result very far. We do now, we get a result later. To know that not so easy. But one characteristic is kusala karma is no fault. No fault. No fault means you do dana. Nobody cannot fault you, cannot complain you. You not killing, not stealing, like that. That is no fault. Because of not killing, I will catch you and will put into the prison. Cannot say killing is not good, not killing is good. That's one characteristic of kusala, no fault. Another characteristic is which can produce a result. That result is we cannot see now. When the karma mature only appear. Sometimes we plant a seed, fruit is later, but we will get. So if our knowledge is very weak, like children may not know why you plant this seed, but the elder one who is knowledgeable, a lot of experience, they know later will get fruit. Because of that, we have to plant. So that is based on knowledge, based on individuals' view is become different. For us to know, the Buddha explained some explanation. One person asked about the Buddha. In the world, some people are ugly, some people are beautiful. What is the reason? Some people are short life, some people are long life. Maybe the same place they stay, the same food they eat, for example, but cannot get the same age. So some are rich, some are poor, although they try to be rich, but the result is different. So by seeing such a difference, we can think in the past we may have some causes. That is can think. The Buddha say why some people short life, some people long life, because of killing. That is the main cause. But some maintenance, they need eating good food, taking care of medicine. But not so sure. The same two persons eat the same food, the same medicine they eat. Long life and short life, not sure. And the main cause is karma, the Buddha explained. So for us, one thing is different people, different opportunity. You born in Singapore, I'm born in Myanmar. So I may not choose Myanmar like that, for example. But that's not my choice. Maybe that's karma sent me. Singaporeans' experience and Myanmar's experience are different. Why we have maybe behind cause is karma. Such a thinking we can have now. Another encouragement is we have to think two ways. We may have a next life, we may not have a next life. We may not have a karma result, we may have a karma result. We should think to them. So one person do kusala, believing karma result. One person not do akusala. One person do akusala, bad then, not believing karma. So if I do good then, if not have a good karma result, I do good then, nobody may not complain me, may not criticize me. So I can stay happily in the present life. For that is for the present life. Future life, if I have, I no need to worry. Because although cause and effect have, because I'm doing good, I surely will have good karma. Surely will have a good life. So someone do akusala, killing, stealing, because if I don't believe the cause and effect, whatever I want to do, I may do. I want to steal, I may steal. If other people not find me, if so, no problem. So if so, I may do very bad them. That is for the society also not good. Other people also, if they know, may criticize me. If criticize, I'm not happy. I cannot be happy in this life. Future life we don't know. We may have, we may not have. If not have, no problem. No problem for the future life. If we have, that is the problem. Not so sure. So by teaching like that, the Buddha encourage to do good then. You should follow sure way. You can think both way, but for the we cannot penetrate previous life and future life, so not so sure. Because of not so sure, which way is a better way, sure way, you should follow. The Buddha encouraged to do kusala is for this life also, for the society also good, for the oneself also good. If there is a future life, no problem. Surely we get a good result. If not have a future life, no problem for him. No pain, only may waste a good thing like that. So the Buddha encouraged to think like that, and like that. Another way to understand the karma result, to penetratively, the Buddha gave some meditation system. By practicing meditation, you can get some light, you can see previous life. Or other different things also wonderful thing you can see. One kind of power is Bhuvaniwasa Nosati, can see past life. So if you practice, you follow that's practicing. In the lifetime, you can see past life, you can see karma result. Such a way also the Buddha teach. That is maybe quite a few people only can improve, who energetic. Yeah, now normal person, just different people, appearance is different, wealth is different. We have to think according to Buddha's teaching, that is because of karma. Next then, by doing good then, both sides are okay. Like that. So no need to wait. Waiting is that is very late, not useful. Yeah, that is for your first answer. Second answer, I cannot answer. Huh?
Believe this all.
Oh, just believe.
To understand and then put that belief into some, and that's all.
Yeah. Believing is like that. Yeah, we also have a belief. One is just believing. One is believing with wisdom. We pay respect to Buddha. We take a refuge Buddha Dhamma. We take a Buddha Dhamma Sangha as a refuge. So just believing also beneficial. For example, nowadays not so possible. When the Buddha alive, at that time someone meet Buddha, see Buddha. He don't know about the Buddha's quality. Just believe. He is a good person, noble person. He pay respect, beneficial. Because the object is correct. Correct. Maybe that person, he meet someone, evil person. But he think that is a good person, noble person. If so, his believing is not good. That is bad then. Because he believes someone is not according to his thinking. So believing is based on object. Can be beneficial, cannot be beneficial. For example, I meet you. If I don't know about you, I will believe you. If you are good person, my believing is beneficial. Although I don't know. If I believe you, you are bad, very bad. Although I believe too much belief more dangerous. You are actually very bad.
What I can understand the Buddha's teaching is that you believe someone, good or bad, because to the Buddha is just that this is me, not you. So whatever is you, right? So that is the fundamental of Buddha's teaching.
Yeah.
You can think whatever you want.
Yeah.
But it's still you.
Yeah. But you may think like
so
that.
That is another. You see.
Yeah.
The aspect that now is people are saying that God, by believing God, that you will just simply put everything aside and you will go to heaven. So there is no question. No, the question is that how.
Yeah.
Whereas the Buddha's explanation and teaching is guiding us towards where our goals. So that is two different things that I'm thinking.
Yeah.
One is to believe. There's both also believing, right?
Yeah. Believing, but some
believe without the wisdom and one believe with wisdom.
Yeah, in Buddhist two way.
Yes.
Two way. Even just believing, that is beneficial. Some are not just believing, with understanding, together with understanding. For example, we especially nowadays we believe this statue, but this statue is to imagine Buddha only. This statue is a stone to imagine Buddha, to reflect the Buddha. We know other qualities of the Buddha. That is the Dhamma. By reflecting that quality, that person is have such quality. Because of this, we pay respect. That is with understanding. So in the Buddha time also, go to the Buddha, meet Buddha. He know Buddha also, he believe Buddha also, he knows Buddha's quality also. That believing is with wisdom. Object is must be correct. This both are beneficial. But you believe someone, that one is an evil person. If so, we don't say that is a faith. Saddha in Bali. In English the same, believe faith. But that is you believe someone according to your thinking, not right. You are wrong. We call it that is a wrong decision. Wrong decision.
You cannot say they are wrong.
Huh?
You also cannot say they are wrong.
Yeah.
Because in Buddha they think there's no right and there's no wrong.
Huh?
Because there's no right and there's no wrong. Understanding of Buddha. Because if one person were to say that he is wrong, he's already wrong himself.
Oh, no, we are actually, for example, if we say you are right, for example, you are eating bad food, you may not know, you may believe that food is good. Actually, I'm a doctor, I know, I understand about that food. So, because you are now eating, you are believing in that food, you later you are poisonous. Because of this, I need to say you are doing wrongly.
What I'm talking is a conventional way of talking.
Huh?
People like to say that, oh, he's bad.
What?
He's a guy who is what, this and that. Conventional way of talking. Generally, I'm not saying doctor.
Yeah.
But generally is that, because even that also Buddha never say, oh, you are right, or I'm wrong, or you are wrong, I'm right. No. They say there's no difference between how you look at it, your point of eyes to see. No, because we are saying, actually we not say, if you not accept, for you not beneficial, we don't say. Doctor also, if you don't want to accept, if you are not his patient, he don't say anything. Because for your benefit, we have to say. We are, because of hatred, no, we don't say. Because of, for the benefit. For example, he is eating good food, you is eating bad food. So, if I don't say, he may want to eat your food. Like that. So because of this, for him, I need to say, you are right. That person is wrong. For you also, if you are my patient, if so, I may say, you are eating bad food. Because of compassion, I say. If I don't say, you may more suffer. You may more suffer. Because of this, we have to say. If with the hatred, if I happen to say, that's bad karma. Now you are explaining on this one.
Yeah.
About the three dosa.
Sorry. If I say with bad mind, surely I have a hatred. Hatred, and that is no good. But if like that, for him not to eat such food, for you to avoid such food, if I say that is my goodness, I have a compassionate. Because you are children, sometimes you may say, you are doing bad thing. That is not because of hatred. You want children to avoid those things. Because of this, you may say you are wrong. You should not do this. Like that. If so, you are good parents. But because of hatred, if say you are wrong, that is you not good parents. Based on their intention. Okay. Sorry.
Okay, sorry, we are short of time already, so one day we need to stop the session.
Vidamayas, many you may have questions. Occasionally, slowly, you need to learn according to time. I'm happy to teach you. We will do sharing merit. Repeat after me. Idame nyadinam hodu Sukhita hondu nyadayo Idame nyadinam hodu Sukhita hondu nyadayo Idame bonyam asavakayam vahang hotu idame bonyam nibbanasa pachayo hotu mama bonya bhagam sabba sadanam pajemi tesabe me samam bonya bhagam lavandu sadhu sadhu sadhu.